Hi, good morning mga ka-tribu. It's Wednesday once more. Welcome to another enlightening episode of Straight Talk where we delve into the pressing issues that shape our times. I'm Chito Lozada.
And I'm John Dodson, pinch hitting for Teddy Montaliba.
Yeah,
No? Yeah, don't be surprised. Okay. So for today,
correct.
Sir
That's
Chito, we
correct.
have a
That's what we
special
said.
guest in the person of Amit, one of the survivors of the Nova Music Festival attacked by Hamas.
Yeah.
Of course, 7 October 2023 day that will be most remembered in Israel for the barbarity of the
Attack. Yeah.
attack conducted by Hamas. No?
This experience will provide a powerful perspective on resilience and the personal impact of such traumatic events.
Okay,
Welcome to the show, Amit.
yeah.
Thank you.
Can you
Can you
Yeah,
tell us
can you tell us
about
your
the
story?
incident?
how
Amit?
October 7, 23. Basically, we were on the Nova Festival. We were dancing, like we had fun. And then something like 6:29 in the morning, they started to launch missiles on like all over the area that the festival was in. And then we started to fold our stuff, got into the car, and we didn't get too nervous because we are used to missiles that coming from Gaza, in Israel. And while we are driving the car, we started to understand that it's not a regular missile launching accident. There is a terror attack and a big one, not a regular one. We got to a situation that all of the roads were blocked and we can't go anywhere. So we decided to leave our car on the road and get into the fields and just run towards the east because Gaza is from west and they came from west, so it was like a cat and a mouse. They chased us. Once we decided to leave the car and get to the fields, we ran for 15 kilometers. It took us something like 7-8 hours. I was barefoot through the whole way because I was barefoot in the festival. And we had many accidents through the 15 kilometers that we ran. We had many accidents that the terrorists got to us and shot at us.
Did you realize then that it was a terror attack?
Yeah, because we also know, besides launching missiles, they are also doing like on a very weekly basis a terror attack, but nothing in these sizes.
Prior to the Nova Festival.
Yeah, like for my whole life, and honestly, ever since Israel was built up. But it was never something that big or in this kind of size. And we didn't knew even hours after that we were running, we still didn't knew how big the attack is. Because every time that we got to a point that no one was shooting, and we thought that, okay, it's over, like how many people can it be?
Yeah.
It kept going.
Okay, so you were not in the festival proper because you were riding a car, correct? But
Excuse me?
you were not in the festival proper, the music festival.
Yeah,
You were there.
yeah.
Okay, and of course, based on the videos that we saw, the rockets were already being fired and very visible from Nova.
Yeah.
Correct. So you had the warnings that there was an attack already.
Yes, but once again, like I said before, at first we thought that it's just the missile that they're launching.
Missile.
All right.
And then it's not very scary because we are very, very used to it in Israel.
You're used to it.
Yeah, it's crazy to say, but it wasn't scary. And also through the whole way that we were running, besides the gun that the fire that they shot at us, they are kept launching missiles. And every time we heard a big boom, like bang of a missile that was falling, that wasn't scary for us. Only the rifle was scary for us.
So it was the gunfire that
Yes.
made you realize that it was an attack,
That it's different, yes.
that it's different. Yeah, so you ran
For 15 kilometers and
15 kilometers.
for
Wow.
8 hours. And this is under heavy gunfire. I
Somebody's
understand.
chasing you.
Yeah, like not through all the way, but from time to time, yeah, we had very close shots at us.
But you have military training, Amit? Is it correct?
Partly, yes.
Because I understand that all Israelis,
Yeah.
able-bodied Israelis are required and mandated to have training, yes?
Yes, it's
And
mandatory.
did that help you in any way to lead your group to safety, Amit?
I guess that because even though my military training was only part full because I got injured, we are growing up in Israel.
Their mindset.
Yes, and the
To be-
mindset of we are going to the army and we want to be like the fighters and to protect our country because no one else will. So even if my training was only part full, we are all in our imagination in some point of our life got to a situation like this.
That you consider yourselves as being in a constant state of war. Is that correct?
That's
Yes. Yes.
And this is a mindset held by even young people like you.
Even younger,
true. Very younger.
of course. Yes. Everyone knows that we are always in war, and even when we are abroad and not in Israel, we are at war. Like if you heard about Sri Lanka a week ago.
But like you said earlier, well, we were talking previously to this program that there's no hatred in Israelis regarding the that you accept them as part of the country or part
The-
of the nation.
The Palestinian
The
guys.
Palestinians, yeah.
It's very individually. Like it's
Individually.
Individually, yes. For every person and everyone has his own opinion and everyone got hurt in a way, some kind of way. But I can tell you that a lot of us are not interested in a war. The most of us are not interested in war. We just want to live. We are not always know what we are fighting about. But we know that if we won't fight, we will die. So it's like some kind of a paradox that you just can't get out of.
It's just a question of surviving, Amit. Correct. So you just want to be let alone by these people who want to kill you, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you really have to fend for yourselves, as Ambassador Plus would tell us in previous Straight Talk. Remember
That's
Sir
true,
Chito?
yeah.
He was here so many times, Ambassador.
Yeah.
You're a good ambassador, and he was always saying that as Hamas says, that the objective is to build their state.
And to obliterate the
Yes.
Israel,
Oo.
Israel as a state.
Above the ruins of Israel. Yeah, and of course, every nation has an obligation to protect its own, and so
That's
we would understand where you are coming from.
Yeah, and
You are, by the way, working, Amit.
I'm a student.
You
I
are-
work part-time jobs while I'm studying.
And what are you doing in the Philippines?
I'm on vacation between the study years. Now we have 2 months of vacation, so 1 month of the vacation,
1 month.
I've been
That's
in
too
the
long.
I've been in
And
the
how,
Philippines.
and how is the Philippines, Amit?
I love it.
You love it?
You have the most beautiful country in the world, and I love.
Aside,
Aside from Israel.
aside
of
from
course.
Israel?
No, more than Israel. I'm sorry. It's okay to say it. So Israel is number 2.
So, do you see yourself living in the Philippines?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Have you tried our adobo?
Excuse me?
Adobo? Our dish adobo?
No. So
And
I don't know what to.
Even from
when
your
cooked by
sister-in-law.
beautiful Filipina. No?
Okay,
Tastes good.
I will try before I leave the Philippines.
Yeah. And your
what will you try? The
Adobo.
adobo or the
Adobo.
Filipina?
no, no.
You
Okay.
go.
So, Amit, we see a connection between what you were telling us a while back about having this military training, because here in the Philippines, there is now a reluctance among the young people to undergo military training. So, the lessons derived from Israel,
Yeah.
is very clear for all of
And
us.
relevant. No.
We have to be ready, always be ready and prepared for
Same threat.
this, for this
Same
same
outside
threats.
threat
Yeah.
from Filipinos.
So, October 7,
Oo nga.
over a year now, and how is it?
Yeah,
How are you taking
how
all
have
of
you been
this,
doing
Abed?
since then?
Yeah, it's not easy because when it didn't end when the day was end and when I got back home.
True.
We've been through a very difficult situation over there, and we saw very difficult stuff, and mainly the feelings in your body when you are got into situation like that, and when your friends and your sister is with you, and it doesn't leave you, and it doesn't end in the moment that you are getting home. And basically, personally, my entire life got shifted in the moment, and everything changed because I changed, and my friend changed, and my sister changed, and I think that with time we are learning to accept it, that this is now part of our life, that this experience will always go with us and it will never leave, and we're trying not to fight it, but learn how to live with it.
Yeah.
How about the sentiment abroad about the against Israel? It might be hard to accept, right?
I got to meet a lot of European or Australian or South African guys here in the Philippines that are traveling like me, and everyone, like everywhere else, has his own opinion. But I've got to several situations that I said that I'm from Israel, and the person that was in front of me just made a face or just left or had a few things to say against Israel. And if I try to talk to, and if I succeed to get into a conversation with someone who has bad thoughts of Israel, after a few sentences, he didn't know what to say, because a lot of people don't know the whole truth, don't know the whole story. Just hear a little bit from the media and think that they know what is going on, and that Israel is the strong and bad guy that killed the poor and weak Gaza. And once I tell them personally what I've been through and why everything started because of what I've been through, and that we are just protecting ourselves, people understand that their opinions are not very based.
Favorable.
Okay, at this point, we will have a commercial break.
That's true.
you.
Okay, we'll be back.
This break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, #Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart. Live more today. Union Bank. It starts with you.
Tune in to Daily Tribune's show aimed at addressing the needs and problems of our OFWs from different corners of the globe. Hear about their plights and success stories every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. only on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube. Straight Talk dives deep into pressing issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
So, Jan, we're back.
And we are back with Straight Talk and our special guest, Amit.
Amit.
Survivor from the Nova October 7 Hamas attack.
And he's loving the Philippines, and he's here for a month.
And he said that the Philippines is the best country, even on top of Israel.
It was beautiful.
More. Okay. Okay. Maybe we will hear from Ambassador Plus in a while. he may be calling the show. Anyway, so how is your stay so far in the Philippines, Amit?
Yeah, I love the Philippines. I've been to Siargao and Cebu.
You've been to Cebu already?
Yeah, Mualboal and Bohol. I dive over there, dove. And no, I have a very good experience from the Philippine guys. They are all very polite. They are good hostage with every place that I stayed in. The men or women that own the hotel or hostel were always very nice, very polite. All the shoppers and all the Israeli guys always talk about between themselves how much they love the Filipinian guys. And everyone learned to surf in Siargao with the Filipinian guys.
So who convinced you to come here?
Yeah.
A friend from Israel
Okay.
that I met in Siargao.
I see. Okay. And you were with this friend in Siargao,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what other parts of the Philippines that you may want to visit next?
Next time, I want to get to Coron. I heard about that.
Coron. Palawan.
And Malapascua.
Uh-huh.
I will come back. It's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Next month.
Next month, next year.
Because we have a saying, with regards to Filipino dishes, once tasted, never forgotten. So you will always be coming back to the Philippines, whether that is good or bad. You know, I don't know about you. No? But anyway, we are always welcoming up tourists, especially the Philippines and Israel have a special ties. You know.
Yeah, I had a lot of conversation with Philippine guys. That when I said that I'm from Israel, they started to talk to me about the war in Israel.
Yes.
And
What
I usually didn't say that I was part of the war, but we talked like in a general way about the war, and something that a lot of the Filipinian guys told me is that in different from Israel, in the Philippines, you don't have that concerns. You don't have the war, and you live like a very simple and quiet life.
Yeah.
And I always told them that I was jealous.
Yeah, we also have our share of conflict,
Yeah.
Terror attacks, but you know,
Doesn't happen too
which
much.
country does not have that problem, you know?
Yeah.
So in a way, as you know, with our dealings with Ambassador Elon Plus, there are always common grounds between our two nations.
Yeah.
That's why.
What course are you taking in Israel?
I'm studying to be a vet.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian, yes.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you can inquire here. There's a lot of schools here on veterinary.
But they have the best in Israel.
Israel.
When
Yeah,
it
we
comes
have a
to
very good school, but maybe I will come work here.
and
When I,
Yeah,
fi-
why not?
when I finish the
and this is a
Study.
farm veterinary, livestock.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
I still not know actually. I finished now my first year, and it's a 7-year degree.
7 years.
Yeah, so I have another 6 years left.
It's kind of different there.
So I have 6 years to decide.
Because the preponderance of veterinarians in the Philippines are focused on the pets, dogs,
Livestock.
cats,
Yeah, less
Ah,
of
yeah.
the
and
farm.
only
a little.
segment of the profession
So
deals
in-
with the
So in Israel we have a lot
livestock.
in Israel we have a lot of everything. Also from the farm animals, the cows and the horses.
So you'd be concerned about the livestock, right?
The lives, the like
Livestocks,
livestocks.
cows and
Concern.
maybe ships. Yeah, that would be your concern when you graduate from veterinarian school.
He hasn't decided yet.
Yeah.
Decide.
Okay. I understand. Yeah, I need to decide in the end of the degree, which is in 6 years.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I have time.
You have a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's good
I'm
for
still
you.
young.
So, I mean, you are. A while back, we were talking about the effects of these events
Yeah.
in Israel, especially the Nova.
Yeah.
Does it haunt you every time? Like,
Yeah. I'm still learning how to deal with an experience like this. It's sort of like coming in waves. Sometimes you think about it more, sometimes you think about it less. A lot of time when you have like a quiet moment, you don't control it, but you just starting to remember the scenes and the situation that were over there, and the stuff that you felt. So I think that, like, in some kind of way, it will always be with me. It'll always like haunt me in a way, but you learn how to live with it.
but you do have psychiatric help.
Yeah, I'm going
In
to
Israel.
a shrink, psychologic. Yeah, of course, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of when you describe something like that, that's amazing because for most people that would be really
Kind of an experience.
traumatic and as you said, life changing with so many people that you know. We
Yeah,
would
but
rather-
you know, we have a lot of bad stuff to take from this experience, but we also have very good and positive stuff that we can take. Like the connection between me and my sister, and the connection between me and my friends, and the connection between my friends and my sister. And everything got a little bit more special and a little bit more beautiful. And we try to focus on stuff like that instead of thinking all the time about how much we hate the Palestinians and Hamas. we try to be the bigger person.
Ah,
Of
the
course.
more precious aspects of life, right?
Yeah.
And so, in your community, how do you? Well, I mean, do you talk to each other regarding how to get over the experience?
Yes. First of all, because that we are a very attacked country, besides even before the October 7 last year, it's something that that he has a lot of awareness in Israel, PTSD, post-trauma, and it's not something that most of the people are ashamed to talk about. and ever since October 7, it became like a national thing. Like
Yeah.
we always talk about how much all of the country are now post-traumatic, and all of the country has symptoms like
Yeah, yeah. I think October 7 galvanized Israel into, you know, being
Better.
behind your government 100%. Because previously there were some, you know,
Yes.
political issues, but with the October 7, somehow the terror attack really, you know, made the Israelis
Mm.
draw closer and draw strength from each other. Because you know, when you have enemies living with you and who want you destroyed, who want to build the Palestinian state above the ruins of your country, I think that really puts you know, any other matter, pettiness behind you.
basically yes, but it's a little bit more complicated than that.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
explain?
Yes, without getting too much political.
All right.
Yeah, Israel is a very diverse country.
Mhm.
We have Arabs and Jewish people and Muslim and Christian, and even inside every category there are another category and a lot of different and opposite opinions. So it's very hard for a lot of different opinions to agree on one thing. And even after the war, we still have a lot of controversies, and we still don't agree about too many stuff. We still have, in my opinion, politics that are affecting war decisions
All right.
and personal politics by the politicians.
And you're referring with your fellow Israelis. Your, of course. There's always a differing take,
Like Filipinos also.
or always debating things.
Yeah, we love it.
So you,
It's
so you,
interesting.
you are fond of debating with your friends.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we are 25 and we are talking like we are 50.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then
having 50 differing opinions among 25 people, you know, that's kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of funny, you know.
yeah, we are growing up fast in Israel.
Mm.
It happens a lot.
Mm. So when you were growing up in Israel, this constant incidences of well, attacks and you know, emergencies, how did it strengthen your character as an Israeli?
Before October 7, I've never been a part of a terror attack. I've never witnessed a terror attack. I have heard about it, about attacks on the news and on the newspapers and stuff like that, all the time. And you know that this is something that is like it's normal in Israel, and it get an headline for a day, and then the day after, everyone forget about it because it's normal, and 2 days later there will be another one.
Yeah.
So I never been into something like this in myself before, but because that you are living in an environment that you know that this is part of your life, and you have a big chance to come across something like this in your life, everyone knows that in some kind of way it will get to them also.
Yes.
Yeah, you are like, you are a little bit preparing yourself for something like this.
Yeah, you know, Amit, we can always relate to that, you know, because there's a saying in the Philippines that usually crime is something that you only read in the newspapers or watch on television, 6 o'clock news, or hear on the radio, but until such time that you yourself becomes a victim of crime, and then you know that this is real, no? And it has emotional toll, if you survive the physical. And so, you know, people can relate with what's happening, especially for survivors like you. We can draw lessons from your narrative, which is very, we want to thank you for that, for coming here, Daily Tribune, to share your story. Because, you know, we even sent our sports editor, Julius Manicad, to come to Israel. Precisely to get these kind of stories that you are telling us. And
First-hand.
it's now, it has come full circle that you have come here to our show. Before leaving for Israel, after enjoying our tourist destinations like Siargao, and of course you should go to Cebu, you should go to Boracay also, of course.
Yeah, next time.
Next time. And when you come, you
I
can
haven't
tell
been to
us, so that
Boracay.
we can, maybe
we
we can
do
give you something.
another article.
Yeah.
I want to thank you also for having me. It's an honor, actually.
Yeah,
So thank you.
We would like to thank
Yeah.
you, and of course we want to thank Ambassador Ilan Plus for this you know, opportunity. Do you have anything more to say with regards to?
No, I'm finished.
Okay.
We're really proud to have you know, Israelis are very resilient and innovative people.
Yeah, just
And
like
that's-
Filipinos.
That's just like the Philippines. They
Yeah.
come up with the most innovative way of doing things.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sir Chito, on behalf of our
Amit,
special guest Amit, we would like to
we like to
thank you, and of course thank our viewers for in this episode of Straight Talk. And Sir Chito?
And maybe you can watch us again next week. If you find this discussion insightful, be sure to tune in next week for another engaging conversation. Don't forget to follow us on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and subscribe to Tribune Now on YouTube for all the latest episodes.
Until next time, Sir Chito, this is John Dodson. Of
And-
course, with our guest Amit
Amit.
Ram. Well, okay. Thank you for watching.
This public service announcement is brought to you by Meralco.
Alam nyo ba kung saan napupunta ang binabayad nyo sa Meralco? Dito sa series na ito, isa-isahin natin yan para maipaliwanag ko po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Joe Saldariaga ng Meralco Corporate Communication Office. Alam nyo ba na pag nagbabayad kayo ng bill sa kuryente, nasa mga 20% lang on the average ang napupunta sa Meralco? Sa katotohanan, nahahati sa iba't ibang components ang inyong electricity bill. Kumbaga parang pizza lang yan. Kasama sa binabayaran natin ay ang generation charge na napupunta sa generation companies o mga nag-ooperate ng power plants, transmission charge na napupunta sa System Grid Operator ng Pilipinas, na National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, at iba-ibang charges na napupunta sa gobyerno. Tulad po ito ng mga subsidies, taxes, universal charges at fit-all. Kung tutuusin, tulad nga nabanggit ko, nasa around 20% on the average ang kabuang bill ang binabayad sa Meralco sa pamamagitan ng distribution charge. Ito na ang pinaka-epektibong sistema para sa electricity consumers. Iwas abala ito para hindi na isa-isahin pang bayaran ng iba't ibang kumpanya na dinadaanan ng kuryente. Naway, nabigyan linaw ko po kayo kahit papano sa inyong mga katunungan ukol sa inyong electricity bill. Hanggang sa muli, ako po si Manong Joe, ang inyong lingkod.